Oh, okay. Hello. This video is to show you how to upload avatars into VRChat. You will need two programs, Blender and Unity. And then you also will have to download the SDK from Unity or from VRChat itself. And you also have to download the plugins for Blender, which you need the Cats plugin and the Miku Miku Dance plugin. So to get started, we go to File, User Preferences, Install Add-on from File, and then go to the location where your blenders are, and you're going to use the .py file. You click on it, click on Install from File. Now it's already installed on mine, so I went ahead and continue. Just make sure you hit Save User Settings after you do this. So now we go to File, Import. Depending on what your model is for the file type, you will have to choose the correct one. So I'm going to use PMD. I am going to select a model. So I'm going to select this guy. Let's see, let me choose another one. Okay. So we're going to click Apply Full Fix and remove 0 bones and Fix Model. Sometimes it does take a little bit, only because of how big the model is. Now if your model is in a different language, usually you can tell by going over to here. So for example it is, we can go to Model Options, Translation, and we're going to translate each and every one of these. So start with the shape. Then remove to bones, mesh, and material. Okay, now that that's done, if you want to add Visemes or mouth tracking and eye tracking, you want to make sure that you go down to here. Now, not all models have this. You would have to create shape keys, which will be for a later on video. But make sure that everything is configured properly. So if he has the blink, you go ahead and select that. And I usually select it on both. And then you could click Create Eye Tracking. So now that's done. We go to Visemes. And if your character have Visemes, it will appear like this. Or it will appear with the letters matching here. So we go ahead and click Create Visemes. And that's it. The model is now ready to be exported. You can go up here, click FBX, Export Model, and then go to a file location. So I'm going to go ahead and save this right here. And click Export FBX. And now the time for Unity. So, as soon as you start your Unity up, you download also, when you have the SDK also downloaded, you're going to go ahead and click and drag that into your assets folder. That will allow this menu up here to appear. You will have to go to Settings and log in using your VRChat account. So now that I'm logged in, I'm going to go ahead and import my character now. So we go to this, find the character's location somewhere along our files, and we're just going to click and drag that into our assets folder. It could take a moment. And if a message appears up here asking you to import, click import. It's okay. It just means it wants to put the files into the Unity. So now we're going to look for our character. Here we go. And now I'm going to look for my materials. Usually you want to keep these nice and organized, unlike what I'm doing here. So we're going to go find through all of our character stuff. If you have trouble locating it, you can just click on these, and it usually will take you right there. Now sometimes you have to fix the coloring scale because for some reason it doesn't work all the time. And also in render mode, make sure you're if an object's supposed to be transparent, leave it as transparent. If not, switch it to opaque. And basically we're going to go along and find our files that we need, keeping in mind that we have to keep and adjusting it. If your character also has visemes that are constantly showing, you can also switch those to cutout and it will fix them. See how that appears? You just switch it to cutout. And if it doesn't fully disappear properly, you just mess with alpha cutout and usually it pretty much fixes it. And there we go. So now that's done, we can put on a shader for the avatar. So we go through, select our files. Let me fix that. And you hold control to select multiple ones, and if you hit shift it will select the whole row, so keep that in mind if you need help. So we're going to switch this to flatlight tune. I missed the hair, but that's okay. Just go in and select it again. Now, usually to get any of these shaders, the default ones, they have them on VRC mods. I will be putting a link to everything, so do not worry. Okay. Now we got the character looking like we want it. Let me fix the eyes for. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now this is the point where you want to start your scaling. The sun is a good indication to where you want to go. Usually about half makes it average size character. So right about there. Once you got it to the desired height, you're going to click Add Component, Avatar Descriptor. And you're going to make sure that the view position is where it needs to be. On certain avatars, it can be really annoying because the view position can be bad. So take this into account. It's a nice, easy fix if you ever have this issue. You just adjust it to what you need. And there we go. Now, if you created visemes through the PMX, or if your character has them, click Default down here. Viseme Blend Shape. Select Face Mesh, which is underneath the body, and it puts it in. They also have a plugin on VRC Mods to do this automatically for you. So we're going to select the model up here in Inspector. We're going to click from Generic to Humanoid. Click Apply. Click Configure. And we're going to save it. So I'm going to name this King's Model. And we're going to make sure that everything in the body is correct. So hips with hips, spine with spine, chest with chest, etc. Now sometimes the jawbone will configure a random place. So when you talk, that random place will act as your jaw. You can disable this by clicking on it and click your delete key. And then once you're satisfied with everything, you can go ahead and click Apply. Click Done. And now we click on our model again. And we are good to go. So we go ahead, click VRC SDK, Show Build Control Panel. Click Build and Publish. Usually it will take some time, but be patient. Now, if occasionally it will come up with an error saying that the humanoid does not have specified feet, hands, and so forth, you basically enter back into the where you set it as a humanoid. You click that configure, and then you click done, and then usually that will fix that. It's just a bug that has been there for a while. So there is our screen for our new avatar. You can change your camera position. This is how it will look in the game. So you can go ahead, switch to scene, click on VRC cam, and you can lift it up or move it closer, move it back, and do all that good stuff to get that right angle. So once you have that angle that you like, you can go ahead and type in your avatar's name. So it would be, we'll call him And there you go. You make sure you hit this checkbox right here, and this will upload. Now I already have this on my account, so I don't need to upload it, but I hope this video helps you out, and enjoy with your new avatars.